Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to Happy Trail Backpacking. We are here already on the Angleworm Trail in the Boundary Waters canoe area. Let's take a hike. We are not in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We are back in Minnesota this week in the Boundary Waters. This is a first time trail for me on the Angleworm Lake Trail. It is a highly disputed mileage trail, 13 or 14, maybe 15 miles. Maps say 13, some people say 14, one person said 15. So, we're gonna hike all 13, 14, or 15 miles. We're gonna stay a night, camp on the lake, and we're gonna have a fun time. The temperature right now is 73 degrees. It is nice and breezy, so there are no bugs. It is partly cloudy. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's supposed to be like this today and tomorrow. The high today I think was supposed to be like 74, 75 or something, and tomorrow it's supposed to be like 68 is the high. Oh, beautiful. After all of that heat, all those heat waves coming through, it's nice to have a nice cool hike for a change. Almost a mile and a half in, and there's this rock outcropping down here. There's the trail down there, but there's this rock outcropping I just climbed to the top of. It's kind of a nice little view. Just a little view of the forest. I decided to take a little 5-minute break, eat some blackberries that I brought. What a beautiful area. There's only one thing that could cause this much destruction. Beavers. It's the beavers. But yeah, I don't know. These rocks look like they were just pressure washed. They're so white. Bright. We did just have a lot of flooding in northern Minnesota recently, earlier this month, so might have something to do with it. But gorgeous, gorgeous area here. Alright, comes a time in every backpacker's life when you reach the fork in the road. So, Angleworm Trail here is a lollipop loop. We have reached the lollipop. I will be returning from this direction tomorrow, hopefully. And we're going to be heading off this way. Now there is an extra way, which is a portage to another lake, about 2 miles or so down. But step one of Leave No Trace is planning and preparing. And I researched my trail and I found out which way I have to go, and it's that one. Let's go. See? Plan and prepare. Research your trail. Know where you're going. Alright, folks. I think this is the spot. I think this is the lunch spot. Nice wide open spot here. It's a couple rocks, nice rocks for me to sit on. Beautiful view overlooking the lake all the way around. Beautiful, nice breeze coming in here. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Let's get lunch set up. All right, house set up here. Got my lunch. I got a pack of raspberries. I got a little bag of chips, some sour cream and cheddar. And I got a Tuna Creations tuna fish sandwich. A couple pieces of bread. Nice, complete lunch. Yum, yum. On the other side of the lake here, there's 3 campsites. 1, 2, 3. I can't see exactly where they are, but there's 3 campsites over there. Ideally, that's where I'd like to make it, but then that would mean I have to hike 11 miles today. So I'd still have to hike like 8 more. And I'm going really slow, so I'm probably not going to make that. But it'd be nice to make it to like the middle one, so then I'd only have about 3.5, 4 miles to hike back to the car. Otherwise, there is another campsite that's over that ways away. But it's probably like 5 or 6 miles from the parking lot, so. But anyway, that was about 25 minutes for break. I'm gonna head out, continue on. Alright, so if you are a regular of the channel, you know I love pine forest. Just like this one. And you see the pine needles just cover the ground, give you a nice cushy path to walk on. And then another thing about pine forests is those pine needles are very acidic. And it makes the forest floor covered in them very acidic and not very hospitable to other plants. Why? That's why there's not a lot of overgrowth underneath. The forest here is quite empty. But moss, on the other hand, doesn't mind acidic places. So the moss thrives in these wide open spaces where other plants won't grow. So everything is just coated in moss everywhere. Just look at it all. We have reached a landmark here on the Angleworm Trail. A bunch of old machinery left in the woods. Not really sure what it is, but if you ask me, these look like some kind of fuel tanks. And this thing looks like some kind of heater or a lantern. Maybe a gas lantern thing at the top. That's my guess. Just guessing. Now, I don't think this is the campsite I meant to come to. I don't know. So, there was a campsite that I passed, but there was somebody there, so I passed it. Then I found this campsite. But this is technically not a campsite because it doesn't have the fire ring. Man, I just don't even know what to say about this place. It's just beautiful. I love it. Oh, so the Angleworm Lake here is inside of the Boundary Waters canoe area. To get in here to camp or to hike inside the Boundary Waters, you need to register. It costs a total with fees and everything. It cost me $38 for one night. You don't have to reserve a campsite. You can camp anywhere. But you can only have fires in designated fire rings, which are those metal fire grates from the U.S. Forest Service. After you register, like this Angleworm Trail here, they only let 2 people at a time hike around the trail. One other person had a reservation, or had reserved one, and I took the second one. So the guy at that other campsite must have been the other guy. The Boundary Waters is might be one of the biggest wildernesses in the country, but it is definitely one of the most protected in the country. You're not even allowed to fly planes over it. And it's great. I haven't heard a plane or a car or anything all day. It's absolutely quiet and peaceful. What a great place. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I got to this campsite here and decided I'm going to take a break here, 10-15 minute break here. But I really wanted to stop and just camp here. This campsite was just calling to me. It just felt so nice. But I'd rather get more miles in today than do them tomorrow. A little too much lollygagging. Oh my gatos. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to lollygag and they throw stuff at me like this. Why does there have to be like constant good views? I'm trying to hike here. They keep trying to get me to stop and look at stuff. Jeez. This is kind of cool. It's right at the edge of a 100-foot cliff. Whoa. Awesome. I'm not going to say anything nice about this trail again. I said too much. Here's Home Lake. All right, we have reached the Home Creek, which is the flowage that flows out of Home Lake and Angleworm Lake, and it flows into Bear Trap Lake. Nice little creek. Let's go get a better look over there. All right, that was a nice long stretch, about a mile of green tunnel, and now this. Whew. Dang. So good. Angleworm Lake should be just right a half ahead, but it's just that thin channel part. Alright. Should be to my campsite pretty soon. Theoretically. Oh man. A long stretch of green tunnel coming out to this is just like, oh, you just want to sit here for an hour. Amazing. Back at Angleworm Lake. So that right over there, that's that campsite I was at across the lake. If you recognize this big rock here from the other side. And then there's some canoers going by. Gosh dang it. I hope they're not taking my campsite up there. They're headed right for it. I hope they tip. I'm just kidding. Alright, yes, here is the campsite right up from, we were just looking at that overlook, or at the water down there. And here is the campsite, there's the fire pit. And this ground is not very good. There's like one decent spot right over here. I think I'm going to put my tent up there. But other than that, there's not really anywhere to put a tent. But all I need is one good spot. I got 1.5 miles to the next 3 campsites. I really wanted to get down to one of those, but I just saw some canoers go by. I'm assuming they're going to take one of those. I'm assuming there might be someone else over there already. I don't want to be near a bunch of people, and I don't want to take the chance that all 3 of them are taken. And it's 7:30, so it's probably a good time to stop. Sun's going down. Time to make some dinner. Let's set up camp. Tonight for dinner, chicken teriyaki rice. Had this before, it's pretty good. I'm just waiting for my teriyaki rice to be finished. I think it has like 1-2 minutes left. But I'm losing daylight pretty fast, and any darker, and I'm not going to be able to see anything. You're not going to be able to see anything on the camera, so I don't know. After I eat dinner, I'm just going to clean up camp, hang up my food. I'm probably just going to turn in after that. It's been a great day. It was a great day today. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, adventurers. It's about 6:15. Boiling some water here for some oatmeal. I have some apples and cinnamon instant oatmeal for breakfast today. And I'm eating right in my sleeping bag. Yeah. And we got about 4 miles to hike after this. Back to the car. I am all packed up. I had breakfast. Packed everything up. My goal was to be on the trail by 7 o'clock. It is 6:55. So I'm going to take a little 5-minute rest here before I head out. Just enjoy the scenery. This is a really beautiful spot. Alright, getting our first look at the lake in the morning. Got a nice layer of mist on top. Awesome. Man, this place is absolutely beautiful. I don't know how well this is coming out on the camera because the sun is shining directly at us, so it might not be really turning out, but it's a shame because this is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like I'm in heaven. It's just so peaceful. When I woke up in my tent this morning, it was so quiet. There weren't any animals making any sounds or anything. They're definitely up now, though. Okay, so I passed those 3 campsites. I didn't see one of them. I had just passed one of them. I never even saw it. The second one had people in it. I think it was those canoers I saw last night when about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then the third one was empty as well. And then this is yesterday at the beginning. Remember, I crossed the beaver torn area. And now I'm crossing it on the other side, just down the edge. And this is, you can hardly see it, but that's the last glimpse of the lake. We are heading away from the lake. Alright, we have returned to the fork in the road. We're going to be heading out this way, about 1 3/4 miles. I'm going to take a short 5-minute break here. Alright, adventurers. The parking lot is right there. This was an amazing hike. I think I've praised it enough already. It was amazing. I loved the pine forest, all the pine needles on the ground and the moss. It was just beautiful, and I had beautiful weather for it. I would almost even go on a limb and say that this might be my favorite trail. This was amazing. I definitely want to come back here and do it again the other way around. I will say the trail is very rugged. This is the Boundary Waters, so the trail is very rugged. So just like any trail in the North Woods up here in Minnesota, tons of rocks, tons of roots, and lots of ups and downs. Steep ups and downs. Had to use my hands a few times. But it wasn't that bad though. There's short, small ups and downs, very rugged, but I went really slow because I was just enjoying the scenery, lollygagging. I loved this place. This was awesome. I don't know if it's the wind or what, but there's like no bugs out here. I saw, maybe a handful of mosquitoes the whole time. But absolutely amazing. 5 stars. Top 10. All right. Thanks everyone for coming with me. Appreciate it, and I will see you next week on Happy Trail Backpacking.